Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much, Chairman Westerman and Congressman Curtis, for leading the charge on stopping this disastrous Biden administration rule. I'm proud to be an original co-sponsor of the West Act. This legislation will prohibit the BLM's Conservation and Landscape Health Rule from going into effect. Our past speaker just described very well the difference between rule and law. The BLM proposed rule will lock up large swaths of public land across the country for federal conservation leases that would limit recreational activities, timber production, and animal grazing, and important energy development on public lands. The rule is unconstitutional, it is unpopular, and will devastate rural communities. Article 1, Section 1 of the United States Constitution makes it clear that Congress writes the law, not the executive branch. In 1934 and 1976, Congress passed the Taylor Grazing Act and the Federal Land Policy Management Act. Both require a multiple-use policy on public lands. This rule is unconstitutional because it circumvents both laws Congress passed to enforce an executive branch policy. When collecting limited public input on this rule, over a limited 75-day period, the BLM only allowed 5 public forums in exclusively urban city centers. This deliberate dodging of stakeholders whose land they are attempting to commandeer shows how little this administration cares about their scathing disapproval in rural America. Lastly, this move will irreparably impede sustainable and productive grazing practices in Montana and devastate rural communities throughout the country by requiring ranchers to compete with coastal corporations for the limited number of available leases. I'm sick and tired of the American farmer who creates food security being trampled by radical environmentalists who think their soy burgers magically appear on grocery store shelves. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation, and I yield back.